Coaching for real estate agents has become a massive industry. So today we're going to explore, is it even a good idea? Do real estate agents even need a coach? Is it a waste of money? Is it a waste of time? Or is it actually something that you should be looking into? Hey guys, welcome back to Think Bigger Real Estate. I'm your host, Justin Stoddart. Before we get too far into this, let me just remind you to be sure and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the really cool episodes we have coming up. And I also want you to know that I have people reaching out to me all the time asking, Justin, how do you help me? Can you help me get unstuck? Can you please help me to grow my real estate business? And I just want you to know that it is something that I absolutely love. It's my passion. It's what I do. So I've actually put my phone number, my email address, and even a link to schedule some time with me on my calendar so that I can help you to get unstuck. So please, again, it's my favorite thing to do. Let me help you. Okay, today's episode, we're going to be talking about the real estate coaching industry. One of the biggest and oftentimes overlooked benefits of coaching is a principle called pattern interrupt. Now, marketers understand this concept because it's the same principle that causes people to stop the scroll. It causes people to stop and be more attentive, more aware, and more intentional about what it is they're looking at because it's something that their brain didn't expect to see. Well, when we enter into a coaching agreement, oftentimes we're having conversations that we haven't had before. We're being asked questions that we hadn't thought of before, being able to see opportunities that others are pursuing that we weren't aware of before. It creates a pattern interrupt. It causes us to break old patterns that were either taking us down a path that wasn't serving us and or to take us down a path faster that was serving us. So again, don't overlook the benefit of just simply having a pattern interrupt in your life to break things up and cause you to do things either different or faster. So one of the common rebuttals that I hear to coaching is that I already know what I'm doing. I already know what to do. I don't need somebody else to tell me what to do. I already know what to do. And I think if that's your concept of coaching, I think you're really missing out on the real benefit of it. Is that in reality, just like I knew how to walk from Portland to San Jose this morning, yeah, I can get there, but taking a jet is gonna get me there a lot faster. And I don't know how to fly a jet, and I'd rather just go along for the ride and have somebody help me get there faster. Really, when it comes to hiring a coach, really hiring someone that maybe can help you do something you've already done before, or maybe not. But more importantly, whatever it is, they're gonna help you to get there faster. They're gonna help you actually accelerate the process. And one of the big things to keep in mind is just the opportunity cost of not getting there faster. Like, yeah, I could walk and save myself, a couple $100, but in reality, how much am I missing out on? How much missed opportunity by walking versus taking a jet? Now, obviously, that's an extreme example, but it's something to think about. That oftentimes is like, no, I know how to do this. I know how to get there. But what's the opportunity cost? Like every month that you aren't there yet is costing you way more money than it would have just to hire, in my case, to hire a pilot to get me here, right? In your case, to hire a coach to help you get there faster. So think of coaching not just as know what to do, but like actually you're paying for someone's experience, systems, models, tools, insight to help you to get there faster. That's the key, faster. So if then we agree that coaching is a good idea and it actually helps us to get there faster, something else to consider is to ask yourself the question of, if coaching will get me to where I want to go faster, then what makes a good coach? Like, what should I be looking for? Here's a couple attributes. This definitely isn't a comprehensive list, but it's at least a starting place. You need to know that there's some likability around this person. In other words, if you can't stand their personality, if you can't stand to be with them, the chance of you really leaning in and getting all the benefit you can out of them is going to be pretty low. Number two, you need to respect them. You need to realize, like, hey, this person, even more importantly than has done it themselves, they've helped other people do it. Because you might have a coach who's just really magical and they can do things really well, but if they don't actually have a track record of helping other people to achieve it, then the magic might just stop with them. You want someone who can actually be good, not just at doing it, but somebody who I would say just or more importantly, is good at helping other people to do it. So again, has a track record of helping other people. And lastly, I think it's somebody who really expands your possibilities. Like when you're with them, you are excited, you're hopeful, and you start to see opportunities that weren't there before in any market. And when you can start to be around those kinds of people that, or that kind of person or coach or coaching group that is really transforming the way you look at the world and just causing you to be excited about what's coming and what the future holds for you, those are some pretty good attributes, some pretty good things for you to look at, some pretty good things for you to want to be around, because there's a good chance that that mood that it's putting you in, those possibilities it's causing you to see, are going to translate into a better future for you. And lastly, I would say also somebody who can actually help you to do the tactical. A lot of theories, a lot of courses, a lot of do-it-yourself. I think choosing someone who can actually either has a system or references to a system of people, of ways to actually implement and do the work, right? There's no shortage of people who can kind of tell you what to do, but can they actually help you with the tactical in some form or fashion? Something to think about. All right, I'm back now from my big coaching event that I just attended. And I just wanted to put some final thoughts around the value of coaching, right? We talked a lot about how to find the right coach, whether it's a good investment or not, and how one can justify really investing in a coach. One of the things at my event that really stood out to me as a coach and as somebody who is always seeking coaching, I'm always asking that question, is this worth it? Is this the right decision for me and for my business? And one of the things that I realized at this particular event is that what coaching does is it puts you in an environment to perform at levels consistently when you wouldn't always do so. Now, what I mean by that is when you and I really want to do something at a high level, like when we're deeply committed, we're passionate about it, we get and we do it. But the reality is that feeling is going to go away at some point. And the difference between people that succeed at the highest levels and those that don't are the people that succeed, they do it even if they don't feel like it. Whereas those that oftentimes hit and miss their goals are people who do it when they feel like it and they don't do it when they don't feel like it, which that inconsistency creates a lack of consistent results. So how does a coach help you to do the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them? Well, number one, there's obviously the accountability, right? You have a system in place, which you ought to if you have a good coach. You have some sort of clarity on what you're trying to achieve, what it takes to get there, and some sort of feedback loop, some sort of accountability that says, yes, I'm doing the activities and I'm doing them at a high enough quality level that it's actually going to produce the results. So that's the obvious one, is that coaching gives you that accountability. You realize that you're reporting not just to your own self, but to somebody else. But there's also something else that is super important for you to recognize when you're evaluating whether or not coaching is good for you. Does this coach and the ecosystem that he or she has built, does it level up my thinking and my commitment to living bigger, by playing bigger? In other words, just by being around this coach and the other people that this coach coaches, is my thinking expanded to such a degree that my standards go up, that it's no longer okay to perform only when I feel like it, because we recognize how much more potential there is because we're surrounded by other people who are achieving at higher levels. And it's not a keeping up with the Joneses. It's a, wow, they're doing that. I wonder what's possible for me. And so the thing that to really evaluate, again, to kind of put a capstone on these final thoughts around whether or not coaching is right for your real estate business, is to say, can I not only get new ideas? Can I not only have some accountability systems? Can I not only have somebody helping me to perform consistently over time and helping me see the blind spots, but is this coach and the organization ecosystem that they've built, does it put me in an environment of achievers that are helping me to think bigger and to simply raise my standards, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, but I'm recognizing that the default of, I don't feel like it, I don't want to do it, is just not acceptable anymore because I recognize how much more possibilities there are for me. If you can be in that kind of environment, then coaching will have a massive ROI, massive ROI. One of my mentors says that while we could be investing in the S&P 500, what'll be the greatest investment you ever make is investing in the S&Me 500. In other words, you're investing in yourself, and the return on that can produce massive results. So I appreciate you listening to this. I'm grateful for you tuning in to what coaching can do for you. Let me just remind you that, again, I've got people reaching out to me all the time looking to get unstuck. And I put some ways that you can contact me in the notes below. I'm eager to help you. Like I said, it's my passion. So please don't hesitate. There's ways for you to contact me to get in front of the things that I've built to help you to recognize the potential inside of you and to live in pursuit of that. And I can't wait to help you do that. Enjoy. And in the meantime, go think bigger.